Hello everyone, I'm David, and welcome back to another First Aid Skills video. In this week's video, we're going to be going over calling for help. Now, the last few weeks we did checking the scene for safety and checking the person, and now we're going to do how to call and what to do. So anytime you come across an unresponsive person or someone with a life-threatening injury in your initial assessment, you want to make sure you activate EMS by calling 911. Now, the best case would be to have a mobile phone there and to have someone else to make the phone call for you. Because while they're making the call to 911, you can be providing care to the person. Now, another case that's not quite so good is maybe there's no mobile phone, but there is someone there still. You want to send them off to make that phone call, but you want them to come back to you after they make it. Because then you know that the call has been made and there is help on the way, and they didn't just leave and maybe forget to make a phone call and now there's no one coming and you don't know about it. Now, the worst case would be if you're alone, there's no mobile phone, then you have to make the phone call by yourself and you have to go find a phone. Now, once you call 911, you give them all the information they ask for. Make sure you come back as fast as you can to the person so you can start providing care again. Now, anytime someone goes to call 911, you want to make sure you get a first aid kit and an AED on the way so you have the supplies to take care of this person who needs your help. Now, if you're alone, there are situations where you go to call first, but there are also some where you don't want to call right away because there's something that you can do or should be doing before you make that phone call. Now, one of those is if the person is choking or having an anaphylactic shock and has an EpiPen with them. These are two situations where as first aiders, we can do something about it. So there's no need to call 911 right off the bat because us leaving or having someone make a phone call and delaying care in these situations can actually be worse than if we deal with it right away. So with the choking, you want to deal with that and then call 911. And same with anaphylaxis, you want to give them the EpiPen or have them use the EpiPen on themselves and then go call 911 after, because then their condition will start to improve from there. Another situation is if they have life-threatening bleeding. Now, we don't want to leave someone that has life-threatening bleeding because applying pressure is something we can do to make it better. And if we leave them there with life-threatening bleeding, by the time we get back, it might have passed and they may have passed away. The last situation would be a child that is having cardiac arrest or a heart attack. Children's organs, when they're young, need very high oxygen to run properly, and when the oxygen level depletes, their organs start to fail a lot faster than adults. And so with children with cardiac arrest, before we make that phone call, we want to provide care for them right away by doing 2 minutes of CPR, which is 5 cycles of 30 compressions to 2 breaths. Because this will oxygenate their body again, bring them back up to a more stable position, which then we can go and make that phone call because now they're doing a little bit better and we're not just leaving them. So when you call 911, the dispatch is going to ask you a bunch of questions like what your phone number is, what your name is, what's going on, how many people, where are you. Make sure you have the ability to answer all these questions that the dispatcher is asking, because that will help them get the right care to the right spot to help you out. So don't hang up until the dispatcher tells you it is okay to hang up. And at that point, you can and then go back to providing care again. Or if someone is providing care and you're making the phone call, they may just want you to stay on the phone until advanced care gets there. And then you'll let them know and then they'll let you go. So that's it for this week's video for calling for help. So we've done check the scene, check the person, now we're done call. And in next week, we're gonna cover care. So make sure to tune in next week where we'll go over how to care for the person. Thank you, see you later.